Daisies went for home. 200 metres to go. 2 lengths of Delamore. Tis My Bay. Glint of Hope. The favourite will run near enough to last. Daisies at the 100's well clear. And Daisies is going to win it. Daisies for Damien Lane. A terrific ride in the end. 1 1/2 lengths. Buffalo River approaches the 200 metres, 2 lengths just a canter. Now King Magnus is running on, but Buffalo River has a good buffer. 100 metres to go, clear of King Magnus, just a canter. Buffalo River needs the line, but it's going to see it through. Buffalo River 3/4 of a length. Now Colette charges up on the outside. Colette up to Steinem from Aidensfield. Colette takes Steinem and draws clear. And Colette just too much class. Colette scored over a length. Steinem second.
G'day punters, welcome to the deep dive. We're going to kick off this week's show, which is always powered by punting4.com.au, with a quick recap of what happened in Queensland, the Sunshine State. Perfect one day, perfect the next. I think that's how it goes. Not sure. Anyway, we owned the stock exchange for 6 hours on Saturday. We cut the show off, but I'm pretty sure I don't know who runs what was mine, our Instagram anymore, but it looked like there was a stack, like he was doing bicep curls out me and Ciurleo when he was carrying over those fucking like vodka little kids drinks, you know, like little kids on footy trip. Here you go, have a vodka lemonade. Yeah, a stack of it. Reports that Shane went missing, Houdini style. The knee's enormous. We're obviously going to let Shane dictate the narrative here and fill us in, tell his stories. You know, was it Ed Sheeran? Were they anti-vaxxers? But when he gets a little bit too loose with the truth, Dill's here to keep us straight. So, Dill, welcome to your first ever deep dive, my man.
Thanks for having me, fellas. I'll let Shano tell his version of the truth, and then I'll make all the corrections after.
Well, I think we should probably start with the crowd interaction. It was great. Dill was in shock. I had a couple of girls come over to me and say, "Are you Curly?" And
I was like, "There's no way." I was like, "No way."
Anyway, so as it turned out, friend of the show and loyal mailbag subscriber Tim Garrett had sent his daughter and a friend's because he couldn't make it, so he sent them in to come and say g'day. So so that was good. They had it was one of their friends' birthday. They had a house party that started at 2, and they were still at the pub with us at 3:30. Roaring home winners and having bets. So first time punters basically. So that was good fun. We had an anti-vax protest. I thought the anti-vax protest was probably the turning point of the day. Like everyone was sort of being reasonably well behaved. You know, there wasn't much carry on mid-afternoon. You know, betting and just cheering winners. And then when the anti-vaxxers rolled through, big protest in the street. That sort of lifted the ambience. I think everything started to get bad after that. I was like really keen to run out and protest with the mailbag hoodie on, just so I could just like.
What they smell like?
Incense, you know
Yeah, that's what I was
thinking. Not incense. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Lots of unwashed hair, matted sort of braid sort of going on. Yeah. Anyway, full credit to them though. They've got an opinion and they voiced it. I think obviously you blokes back in winners helped. And then once I back finally got a winner. I only didn't have many bets, but once that thing lobbed at the Gold Coast, that was my main bet. And once it lobbed, I thought it was time to layer up a bit. So. Then we start. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Dill, you might have to fill the gaps. But the last thing I remember is wearing my Gucci loafers, buying 20 drinks at a time, and we went through all the colours of the rainbow. So vodka and everything. We're like blue, red, green, Red Bulls, lemonades, soda waters.
Yeah. It kind of started with Shane. I think he gave me $400 in cash, all $20 notes, by the way. So I don't know what's.
Looks better.
But
he's always thinking.
Yeah, a bit of a flex. And then he goes, we realised it was $5 happy hour, so we're just like going to go hard at the basic spirits here, and that we did. But I it was one of our ideas to see if we just chuck half of it on Keno on heads. And then, so I've walked up and put half of it on Keno on heads as well. And then we didn't even watch the game of Keno. And my brother just points at the screen and goes, "Oi, boys, we fucking won." We ended up getting up on the Keno as well. So that extended, I think, our 50 drink shout to 100 drink shout. So that was a good result.
Yeah, huge.
How did young Fred go? Intern Freddie.
He went well. He brought plenty of mates. His missus came along as well, which Shane had a bit of a chat to her and to the ringer. Just to check out what her intentions are and that type of thing, you know what I mean?
I'm just looking after the boys, mate, you know. Anyway, she was nice. She wanted an autograph afterwards and that, which I was able to pick her up. And she got a photo with me, so everyone was happy. Yeah, it was a great day. There's and
Bailey?
No, he actually went out the night before into Woomera and got home at 4:00. And when I got up, I just leave here early. There was his shoes at the door and a pair of girls' shoes at the door. So I assumed that he wasn't alone. So I didn't go bother knocking on the door to wake him up to drag him down with me. So I left him. There's no real shenanigans to report. The Gucci loafers got home, slight scuff on the front right toe. On one of the shoes, but
we're still looking after the bloke who did the damage as well. So we're coming for you.
Look, it's certainly one thing that we did learn from it though is that we don't do this often enough. I'm thinking probably every Saturday or maybe every second Saturday we'll be looking to do an event.
Have you spoken to Lisa about that?
It's work, mate. I'm here all week. Yeah.
I think the great man TV having it was midstream when he found out he was getting swapped from Kilmore to Wodonga. I think that did a world of good for everyone's state of mind and mental health and physical health on Sunday morning. You know, there was no massive carry on because everyone had to get on with their lives.
Yeah.
TV had to drive by himself to Wodonga and back.
I think the only real not fatality because he didn't die, but Ed Sheeran was completely off his head. He was probably the only real sort of victim of the day. He couldn't speak, could he? By the end of it, can't handle his vodka lemonades, old Ed Sheeran. But full credit to him for fronting up anyway. He had a good day, and I think we had 2,900 on Incentivise. I think out of for the club off the back of his suggestion.
Full credit to him. He's 1 from 1.
Yeah.
Retire. You're done. Declare. Anything else we should touch on at our Brisbane event at the Stock Exchange?
Look, other than we need to do it more often, Dill, I think that's the outcome of that.
And probably a big thanks to those guys as well for letting us have the day and letting us basically just do whatever we wanted. So I think that'll be definitely a relationship which we try and continue on. So thanks to those fellas.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Righto. Let's roll across to whatever else we're going to talk about on the show this week, Peter.
Big thanks to Dill there. Just recapping what had happened at the Exchange up in Brisbane. But now we'll focus on the boys who were in the bunker with the great man, the Golden Tonsils, Terence B. Bailey. Guys, what was it like to work with TB? It looked, from watching the stream for what I was able to, it looked a lot of fun. It looked like he was having a good time as well. And for me, it was actually just really good educational gear that you were able to put out.
Yeah, it was unreal. It was quite awe-inspiring, actually, to have him there. Especially him calling the Everest there. It was a awesome afternoon and a great day. I had a lot of fun.
He kicked things off. So his bet was daisies, which was before the stream started. And Jack and I locked it as well. So we all had backed it ourselves and for the club. And dead set, 150 to go. It led all the way, and it ended up being the only horse that led and was rails and run and won all day. 150 to go, said, "It's over. It's won." And everyone, oh! Yeah. So it was a great day, but it was an easy day, I think, because we, like, surprise, we won again. We downhill skied all day. And then when we crossed up to Shane, fuck me, just when you think this man can do it, like, what else can he do? You were superior to anyone I've ever seen on TV in that entertaining, like, I've got 4 minutes here. This is going to be the highlight of this hour. Like, you were so fucking funny. He convinced me that it was actually Ed Sheeran. I don't know why I believed him, but I did. And you cross up to, it was like Billy's Wheel, fucking street talk. It was unbelievable. You are a superstar.
There was a bit going on, wasn't there?
Big effort. Glad the knees survived, just. But as you can tell, it looks like the weekend's catching up with him.
Yeah. Anyway, it was good. It was actually, like, I really enjoyed it because obviously the main focus was Melbourne and Sydney, and we just chimed in for a couple of novelty bets in Queensland. Was able to tip 20k in for the Punters Club. It was all part of the fun. It was good. But you guys are dominant. Actually, it was good. Terry tried to outwit me a couple of times there, and I gave him a couple of quick backhanders, just to put him back in his place. Like, no, you roll, Terry. You're the host, mate, not the star. But the betting was outstanding. This is the Dutch rudder moment. The betting was outstanding from you guys down there. It was concise. It was measured. And it really. I think hopefully the guys in the Punt Club that were on the chat there, just like completely getting a bit frustrated that that we're only just sort of betting this. Why some blokes wanted to have 50,000 on Pikey in the last and all that sort of stuff. So, like, from that point of view, that it did come across educational and the reasoning for the bets and why we're betting and how, and this is how we bet, and we're not changing it just because, we're on a stream or layering up. So, yeah, it was particularly well done from you guys down at your end. I thought it was excellent, except for your jacket, Jack, which was a disgrace. And the fruit bowl was something I wanted to put on the agenda as well. Why was there a fruit bowl on the desk?
Look, it was a miracle that the set office was completed. So, a couple of things. There's like the wires and anyone in the game, the big fat tube wires for the air conditioning unit are there, but the air conditioning unit has not been installed. And I feel the cold more than most people. Like, Jackson's been here this morning. He started with the garage door up. I was freezing. He was fine. He's now copped it. It's cold, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cold. I'm also over there a bit closest to sort of the wind and the cold out there, but it is cold. I was here like 3 days ago and there were OTVs. Like, I didn't think we were going to get it all ready and set up in time. But
yeah, so I painted the thing, got it going, got it ready, and won. So
I think that was the reason for the question, is because I knew how busy you are and how under the pump you blokes were to get the set done, and you managed to find time for the fruit bowl was outstanding.
To be honest, I just pinched it from inside. And I don't think anyone touched it all day either.
I had some fruit.
We brought the young streets in. Ross Sott Brody did that, and that was about it, wasn't it?
Yeah, about that.
And a stack of goats towards the end. 3 cases.
Good times.
Since I got them, so maybe I could take credit for one and a half. It's still a lot. Big day, great day, and probably the bloke who damaged the most brain cells and potentially caught the most venereal diseases. Peter, how was the wedding?
Wedding was outstanding. Lots of interesting characters there. That I think the best part about weddings is the ability to meet people that you wouldn't get to meet otherwise, and just avail yourself of where they're at in their life and their situation. And I'm not sure I can actually mention any of it in a public forum because I might end up being killed. But and I mean that literally. But it was a really good night. I think I rocked in about 2:45 in the morning, and I'm back on 2 feet now, which is good. I'm ready for another week of action. I must say, I didn't get to see too much of Ascot. I was wary about the track. We had the 3rd meeting there on Saturday. It has not rained the entire week. There would have been about 4 millimetres of water put onto it, and the track was chopping up after about race 3.
Didn't we back the winner of the last 2 races?
Back the winner of the second last in dance music, but only just held on. But the track itself is looking a little bit uncertain, I must say, early in the Ascot season.
And that's with the new track curator.
Yes. Well, it's more the fact that Chris Nation's no longer there, who's done an outstanding job for the best part of 4 or 5 years. But, when Apple Schnapps is going forward, which is a back marker, but it typically does its best work on softer, heavy range, and it settles outside the leader and gaps a field, that's a little bit of a warning sign. Anyway, enough about that.
We are talking tracks and Dutch rudders and all the rest of it. Legitimately, credit to the track staff at Caulfield. It definitely had its patterns throughout the week, but it was a very trying set of circumstances that they would have faced, especially heading into Saturday. You didn't want to be rails and run, and it was pretty hard to lead, but it was still fair enough.
Yeah, I thought we had 3 great days of racing. You didn't really want to be rails and run last weekend, but that was more wind related. And then I thought
you certainly didn't want to be rails and run by race 8 on Saturday, which was staggering when $3.50 out of $6 Vada missed it. And then rails and run last defence. Anyway, nothing to see here. Play on. But other than that, the track race really well.
No, it was good. Yeah.
I think just on that track, just quickly, the only thing that was going worse was Willow at the track. Willow and the track, no full credit there. I saw Jackson's tweet this morning, 0 from 20 over the 3 days.
He's got that many staff. He has to win. So he's going to be real hungry.
Yeah, no, it'll be peak
Animo.
It'll be peak Craig Williams to come out and win a Cox Plate or a Manicato off the back of that.
$6 last week, $4, $3.50 now, Animo. Is that right?
Sure. No idea.
Neither. I think it's shorter.
I just hope that Willow thanks Jackson for the motivation when he thanks everyone when he wins the Cox Plate.
Yeah, I'll be after the dentist and before the track curators, I reckon. He'll just about the 8-minute mark of his post race interview. I'll be sliced in there, I reckon.
I mean, to be fair to Willow, he did finish second in the Caulfield Cup with 2 lengths to third, but he was just gapped by what was a far superior animal on the day.
Yeah, I think he's riding pretty good, to be honest. I thought, we back non-conformist, it's gone really, really good, but it's been beaten by a mile. It's beat everything else by a mile, but, it was killed. That horse killed him. What an amazing set of circumstances, a weird story. This is as good a stayer as there is in the moment. I don't know how far and wide you can say that for. Worldwide, certainly is the best we've got. And, was it 8 months ago, lost that maiden at Toowoomba. So some profiles built, and P. Moody,
all credit, what a training.
All credit, yeah.
What a training performance.
Utterly blessed. But good on him and good on Brett Preble. The Preble's ride was A1.
Yep, really good. He could have panicked there out of the straight the first time, but he just sort of rolled across nicely.
And he could have got too pretty too.
Yeah.
When he had the cover.
Yep.
Because they love cover.
Yep.
No, but he had it, and he thought, no, I'm going to get into my gears here.
Yep.
I'm going to start to just release the handbrake slightly, and
it was enormous.
Jack, interesting you say full credit to Mood. He's able to inherit the horse and was able to regress 3/4 of a length from the win that it put up over 2,400 metres at Eagle Farm. And it's regressed 3/4 of a length and winning a Caulfield Cup. So full credit to Mood.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was saying.
Well done.
Its PB figure, though, is under Moods, was previous start.
Absolutely.
But still, it just,
He's been blessed, P. Moody, is what we're saying.
We'll say it then.
So I said.
I know Jack's sort of changed a little bit. He's hanging around TB, and he's sort of he's starting to give everyone full credit. Jack's preview of the Caulfield Cup was one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. I legit thought you were just giving Moods credit there. I just needed to pull you up on that.
Nah.
Thank you. I just wanted to clarify. Thanks. Just go on the old Jack.
I'll tell you who,
this is what happens because Jack's winning. So he's winning. So everything is awesome. Well done, everyone. Yeah. Great ride, Willow.
I'll tell you someone who does deserve credit. He might donate to the tiny little angry man, the Liberal MP down here, but Brace Sikulski, to buy and find that horse on top of all the other horses he finds and buys. I don't really know how the setup works.
Hang on, wait. You're talking about a guy who's buying a horse after it's taken all before him in Queensland.
Yeah, it was
to buy a horse out of Queensland that's going to win down here. That's full credit to him.
It's
full credit.
Hang on, wait. It's class figures. The last 5 starts in Queensland, minus 11.3, so that's 11.3 better than the class. Minus 2.6, minus 6, minus 6.8, minus 8.1. If he's got the ability to read, he can buy this horse.
Well, he's doing good stuff though. Like I think he owns a bit of Very Elegant as well.
It's easy
full
to buy
credit to
horses
him.
for millions.
He's done good. Full credit.
Yeah.
Full
credit must go to him.
Honestly.
You've
changed,
story.
mate. You've changed. Put him on mute. Cut his mic. Cut him off.
I'm not sure whether I'd heard this or read this like it's publicised somewhere. Did Bray swap 2.5% of Incentivise for 10% of Cool and Gatter before it made its debut, winning in Sydney, winning that Group 3 on debut? Did I read that somewhere? If that's true, full credit. I heard it is.
Oh, I don't know. What a show so far this is.
I don't know.
Let's should talk about what happened on the track just for a minute then.
Yeah,
I was just also going to say full credit to Jai McNeil. He's like a WWE wrestler. Like he flips on you all the time. He's like the heel, then he becomes the hero. He slaughtered Thunderstruck, then he gave it one of the great rides of all time to redeem himself and the horse. He did the exact same thing with Gunstock again on Saturday. Gave it absolutely none at Flemington. We articulated that in the review. His ride on Saturday was perfection. The difference between his best and worst is enormous, but his best is as good as anyone's.
Yeah, on that.
Full credit to Jai.
Sorry, just on that. I just want to point out to anyone that's watching at home that it's not necessarily the jockeys that are flipping. It's whether Jack's backed them if they win or lose. If they've won, full credit. If they get beat, slaughter. Just for future reference as we go through. Like there is no coincidence that Jack was on Gunstock.
Particular horses and rides.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who would have thought?
That's right.
But maybe the horse's performance at the start after maybe justified my opinion the start prior.
Who knows?
Full credit to me. Yeah.
We should just change the name of the show to Full Credit. It's effectively just guys.
That's actually I've been thinking already. And that's our next bit of content. Full credit.
Okay. You heard it here first, people.
You could just get one of the interns just to scroll.com and Sky all week just to find full credits. And just cut them into one big full credits.
And then have us over the top of that last sort of couple of minutes.
Yeah, Curly just reacting to the watching it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk racing for a second. I know it's a little bit difficult with you blokes giving each other pats on the back, but Incentivised performance of the day, no surprise there. Second biggest performance of the day was Oxley Road in the last.
You go. I don't know.
Yeah, they've Oxley Road. As my ankle.
Oxley Road's run at 12.6, which is a big figure. Savage the line. Curran's gone enormous. The first 3 across the line were pretty good here. We went with Curran. The market wanted Oxley Road and then wanted Curran with us.
Curran late. Yeah, Curran's gone, I thought, as good as it did last start, or as good as it could go. Like, the A-shape was against. He didn't look sort of particularly comfortable around Caulfield. I didn't think. He was just always chasing and behind his...
Always half off the bit.
Yeah. Last 600 was 11.2 lengths above. Like, I think if he strikes a good track next start, maybe a race over Cup Week at Flemington, he'll be very hard to beat again.
But, full credit to Moods here with this horse. He obviously had been running well this prep, not knocked over by Miss Albania, which was clearly a great ride that won the race because we were on it. And then obviously, and full credit to Jack because after this horse got beat, Masked Crusader won the race. I think Jack said it was one of the best sprinters in Australia, didn't you?
Oxley, I don't think I said that about Oxley Road, did I?
No, you might have said it about Masked Crusader.
Oh, thank God I was just wrong.
But full credit to you for identifying it early.
We went the crow here a little bit, and it was taking like a stride off at every.
Yeah,
it was fucking flying.
The last 20 metres, the sphincter got tight. Yeah, Oxley Road has produced now 2 back-to-back like really good performances and two really good numbers. I don't sort of know where it progresses to next up, but it's a nice horse.
It's nominated for the Winterbottom Stakes over here. Group 1, big flashing light if they decide to put it on a plane.
Interesting.
I think it's one of the more progressive horses, and the form's like
It all ties in.
about to sort of explode, I reckon, or level out. But you could easily make the case, and the market sort of said it on Saturday, that the form's right.
Yep.
That Masked Crusader form is as good as it's going to get, and this is a 4-year-old colt, so.
Yep. Okay. Look, the other Group 2 on the card, race 7, was the Tristark for the mares, and Colette. Market pretty comfortable being with that horse, that's for sure.
I was a little bit soft late, but not Vada soft, so you didn't sort of completely give up before they jumped, Godolphin style if they're soft, but soft, not firm.
No, the big cash was for this pride of Jenny, who was sort of
1A led.
Yeah, it was just completely express, and then
I think they weren't 100% yet that it wasn't the place to be to lead on the fence.
Yeah, which and when it just lobbed with what looked like a relatively easy lead, we were out the back. I was pretty nervous here, and as were the in-play punters. With I think
TB, or I went first, then TB, then you. We were fucked.
Yeah,
we were off the bit 700, 800 out, and then about 400 out, we were going to piss in. Just if it went straight, we were going to piss in.
200 out.
Nah,
we were under the whip last 400 out.
Top of the straight, we'd caught up to them beautifully.
Like in hindsight, Colette's probably sort of only 80% there, but that was enough to win, and that was kind of what we thought would happen.
Yeah, I think they'll all be over bet out of this race moving forward.
Yeah, I like the time wasn't great. The numbers aren't great out of this race.
Yes, even for to get up.
I'm not sure what else she could do. Like, honestly, she's had that break between runs, hoof issue, missed a gallop, back in trip, off the bit, and still picked up and chased like a proper horse. Surely you're happy to be thinking that she could run well again. It goes to a sort of mare's grade Group 1 over the Carnival, over the...
Yeah, I
don't think she'll be over bet though. But I think she's a proper horse. That's why she's such a great bet here, because she's a proper horse that's just going to do its job.
It would be track conditions pending. Like, I wouldn't want her to go to now a firm track off that.
And I think I was more getting to Steinem, who was the good run here outside the winner. I think it was a bit average through the line to be... I'm not against it. I just think the market will overreact to it, running second to Colette. It'll go up to 1,600 metres somewhere and be backed.
Yep.
I think one of my favourite bits of the stream coverage was from race 6, the Moonga, when one Jay Oldham said, "I got the cash out of it and never back it again." You talk about Buffalo River, the leader. I thought that was just bang on.
I might have gone a bit early there. I was quite up and about at that point. Like, we probably underbet this in the stream and on the service in hindsight. Like, I was pretty confident.
But it's like what Shane said. We're not going to change what we do just to fucking be aggressive, you know?
Yeah, no,
we stick to that. We bet to win off our prices. If we had have said, hey, it's going to be like that heavy at that point in time, maybe we have another 0.75 on. But
this was a good ride. He sort of cranked it up from the 1,000 and just kept him running along, which I really liked.
This was good dry, which is Group 1 dry. This was not a good ride. This is a great ride. Yeah. This is outstanding riding. That's why you're right to sort of say the horse probably never going to win again at this level, because it was completely blessed. King Magnus, track and trip horse, very, very good performance, but couldn't win because Ciurleo was on, Jacko.
Apparently so.
Okay, and probably, one of the other key winning performances of the day in terms of the overall figure and punting form.com.au was Melliver in the Alinghi Stakes, 1,100 metres.
This was weird and confusing for me.
Well, is that because it's run a PB by 6.5 lengths?
Yes.
At start fucking 8 or something? Is that why?
And the market just did completely the opposite of what I thought it would do. With the horse we were on, Vada, who has run the fastest split from the 4 to the 200 all day, despite being rails in run in race 8. What do you do?
Just drink.
Evertalk was enormous, but it was sort of in the right part of the track. So they'll the mark will probably fine last start, but it's like it's close. He is massive, but the race is rated highly, and
it's almost there's three enormous figures at the back end of the day. They're all trying out of Pakenham
on a track that was improving as well later in the day.
They said.
Well, looked to be.
Did you hear how good the Rose at the Randwick track was? Of course you did. Every 2 minutes. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
I don't know who they're trying to...
It's one of the worst tracks in racing, and no one cares about it. We're going to bet anyway.
I don't know who they're trying to convince. It doesn't matter.
It's like they're in a monologue, and they're shit themselves like they're over a golf ball or kicking a goal. You are good. You are good. You are good. Like, shut the fuck up. It's a shit track. Sorry. Distracted. Anyway, last three winners at Caulfield, all out of Pakenham, all run enormous figures. I would expect Maliva to severely regress off that huge PB, Rodenstock.
Yep.
Especially a huge PB fresh.
Yep.
That or it's a Group 1 horse. So I'll be going that it's not a Group 1 horse and it's going to regress. Let's see what the market does next start. Wrapping up Caulfield, though, Daisy's enormous, Peter, in the fillies race.
Yep.
The Ethereal.
Led 1A fencing run, only horse to do that and win all day. Wasn't there the whole way, as anyone who backed it, which is probably everyone watching this knows. We were 3 wide early, no cover at stages, but did find the fence. And it and Gunstock both went enormous for the day, I think, and for where they're progressing to. Like we see, like Gunstock's figure is already sort of a Johnny Get Angry figure, which won the Derby last year. You know, like they don't need to be running huge figures, group figures on your punting form to win over 2,500 metres as a 3-year-old. They need to be running still running, basically, at the end of 2,500 metres.
Yeah. I think that Ethereal with Daisies will be the A1 into the Oaks. I think Daisies and Morissette close really well as well. I think those are the two I'd be sort of taking into the Oaks from a future point of view.
The Oaks, from an Oaks point of view, this Elle Patroness ran against Gunstock, and she's a filly, so she can go back to the Oaks.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of people who will be saying the boys are stronger than the girls, especially the older males.
Okay.
There's probably a couple of 3-year-old fillies around Queensland somewhere to just go down and destroy them.
See if Brave finds them.
We'll see if he's got a punting form subscription. Big week ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say credit to him if he does find them. So
yeah.
Full credit to the week ahead as well, because it's a very big week. You've got Mornington today, Hamilton tomorrow, Geelong Wednesday, which is one of my favourite little venues, especially on this day, the Geelong Cup. Good fond memories of that.
Outstanding meeting. Each and every year.
Oh, 1 year. Yep. 1 year the shit Peter got up to. Off his complete dial, bet all day on our behalf, made the decisions. He wasn't off his dial then, but he caught up very quickly. And then in his paralytic state, had some enormous bet for us both on a good horse, actually, it turned out to be in Perth.
Tuscan Queen.
Into Lizca's show. But
yeah.
Full credit to Peter. But he did take Lizca's show best tote. And it was like 5s into 220.
Yeah. Yeah. Full credit, though.
So full credit to you, Peter, but you took full time.
Moral victory.
Anyway, enormous week ahead. We've got Geelong Cup's a great meeting. It always is. Then we've got the big doubleheader at Moonee Valley. Maybe a rough chance that we sneak on course at Moonee Valley. I just said that. I don't have a clue if that's...
No, it's millions, mate.
Millions?
Yeah, complete millions.
If you want to bet with us, get to themailbag.com.au. We'll give you live, late, early, all types of betting information delivered via our app. And head to the website if you want merch, anything else, and get puntingform.com.au. That's what we all use, and you should too.
And happy Freedom Day to everyone in Victoria coming up this week when you're out of lockdown finally.
Full credit to Dan. Done a great job.
Full credit.
Full credit to ScoMo. Full credit to everyone. Bye for now.